Hey everybody, what's up? Ultramag64 here, and welcome to Saturday Night Card Fight! And basically what this is kind of a pseudo-podcast kind of thing. This is just basically gonna be me playing a game about cards, and just having fun, and talking about various things. I'm gonna try and keep them as far away from my channel, like, topics as I can. And also, if you want to have me talk about a certain topic next episode, go ahead and comment down below with your question or topic or whatever. And yeah, I'll put them into my show notes and stuff. But this episode is basically going to just be me talking about what's going on in my life, what I'm doing, and crazy stuff while I battle this guy to build my deck. And let's go ahead and get into the battle here. Now, the reason I chose this game, and this game is City Night Card Fight, or Card City Fight Night, whatever stupid name it is. It's made by the people who make It'll Do, and it's really good. I really like this game. It's more of a puzzle game than anything, but I figured that the gameplay would be simple enough to where, if you wanted to, you could minimize this and just watch me talk and do other things. Or you can watch the gameplay if you so choose. But anyway, let's get on to my first topic today, which is my very quick fascination with buying old games from my childhood that I never got to play as a kid. Now, here's the thing, like, I was born in like 1992, and so for about the first 8 years of my life, I played Super Mario Brothers. That was it. That was pretty much all I played, and that was it. That was my game. It's everything. Nothing more. Until about the time when I turned 8, and we moved to Texas for the first time, and I actually consider myself a Texas resident. I actually have lived here basically all my life, so I don't, consider myself born in Missouri. I consider myself born in Texas. But anyway, so what happened was, I met a friend of mine. He was like he's been my best friend for 8 years. He was my best friend for 8 years. I don't know where we've lost touch since, a long time ago. But pretty much, we were just like best buds. Like, we did pretty much everything together. And, I'm about to lose this battle. And he was the person who basically introduced me to gaming. Like, if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be here, like, where I am today. I would probably be doing something entirely different. And I just cannot thank him enough for, being there for me and introducing me to games. The first game he actually introduced me to was Link to the Past, and Ocarina of Time, which were amazing games. But anyway, of course they were amazing because, they're amazing games. But anyway, so what I've been doing recently is just buying a poo-ton of games that I never got to play as a kid. Games like SWAT Cats for the SNES, Dr. Mario for the Game Boy Advance, Tetris Attack for the SNES, just all these old games that make me feel really old, that I never got to play as a kid because I wasn't into gaming at the time. And the reason for that is I plan on buying what's called the Retron 5. And now, if you don't know what the Retron 5 is, it's basically this old retro gaming console that's got, like, supports 8 different kinds of game systems. And it's this really cool thing. I'll pop up a picture right on the screen for you guys to look at. It's just this really cool gaming console. I want to get it so bad. I can't wait for it to get a release date. I believe they've rumored April, so I'm shooting for that date. But I'm just gearing up, getting all these games that I want to get from my childhood that I never got to play. And I'm going to play them. Not necessarily on this channel. Probably not, but I will love just enjoy playing those games because Michael actually had a SNES at his house, and I loved playing like Kirby Superstar Saga, on it. Link to the Past was one of my favorite things. Mario Paint. Just all the old games that were just, in my opinion, just phenomenal. I absolutely love the SNES. It is probably one of my favorite game consoles ever. Like, it's just the best thing ever. Bomb diggity. It is the shizniz. So anyway, I've been collecting games right now. I've got Dr. Mario, brand spanking new it's brand spanking new. And I got a heck of a deal for that. So that was pretty cool. And I've got Tetris Attack over there on my desk, just chillaxing. And honestly, what's been happening is I've actually gotten back into, like, reliving some of the old shows I used to, like, watch as a kid, but vaguely remember. Like, you know those times where you're just like, I kind of remember this show, but not clearly. Because I was so young, and it's just like, yeah, I remember that. And that's basically me right now, where I'm, like, remembering Darkwing Duck and Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers, Tailspin, like, SWAT Cats, just, like, all these old shows that I'm just like, dang, I feel old, but wow, did I have a good childhood. Because, like, back in the 90s, you know, you got shows that were really good. And in the 80s, I felt like, you know, you got shows that were really meant to just sell you toys. And so that's kind of why I'm just like, I love the 90s. They're my favorite times, even though I do love the 80s too. Alright, let's remove that card. But anyway, on to the next thing. If you've been living in a hole for the last week, then you probably don't know that my birthday is coming up this week. Actually, tomorrow, actually. And I am super pumped. I already had a party for one of my family members. Me and my grandmother. We share a birthday, kind of. Her day is actually Friday, and mine is this Sunday. And so we decided to share one big party, you know, just have party cake and stuff. And it was awesome. Delicious cake. We had just delicious cake. But anyway, what she got me was a Elgato Game Capture HD. And if you don't know what that is, it is a capture unit for your consoles. So basically what it lets you do is it lets you play your games that are on your PlayStation 3 and your Wii U and your Xbox, and let you play all those good games that you don't normally get to play on PC, like I don't know. The games that you don't get to play on PC, which are far and few between. But anyway, basically I got that because my computer is not that strong. Like, my computer is not a beast of a machine. I probably couldn't run some of the funner games on the PC platform. So that's kind of the reason I was like, you know what, I really kind of need this. And originally I was going to buy it. Eventually I just didn't have the money at the time. But my grandma was like, no, you're getting this thing and you're going to like it. I'm just like, okay, I'll take it. I'm cool with this. But yeah, it's a process. I'm getting, like, I'm drinking and stuff, and so my voice is a little scratchy. But yeah, it's a process getting it all hooked up and stuff. And it's a little bit of a pain at first, because I'm just like, what the heck is going on with this thing? I don't know how to do, I don't understand. I do not understand you. And this guy's about to get bumped. You're done. Son, you're out. Boom. I win. But anyway, so yeah, I've been trying to hook that thing up. I will maybe do Let's Plays with consoles. The thing about that is that I don't have licenses, and I'm not going to get in all that business. But I don't have licenses for a lot of games. I'm still checking with some of them. But I just don't have enough licenses to really say, yeah, I'm going to do every console game that ever comes out ever. So just keep that in mind. I'm going to put that in there. If I do decide to do console games, they'll probably be indie games that no one has heard of. And they'll be like, what the front door, man? I don't get your game here. This game is not mainstream enough. I'm sorry for that. But anyway, sounds like an alarm's going off. Oh, an alarm is going off. I'm not touching it. But anyway, let me see what else I got on my list of things that I can talk about or feel like talking about. Oh, what I've decided to do is I've kind of decided to do a my anticipated games of the week. And unfortunately, this week there's nothing besides Tales of Symphonia Chronicles, which I plan on getting anyway. So, you know, there's nothing really this week, this upcoming week that I'm just like, oh my gosh, can't wait to get. So what I've decided to do is jump ahead and just do my most anticipated games for March in general, which are, you know, some good games. You know, they're not the mainstream games. I will say this much right now, there is no Titanfall on my list because A, I don't have an Xbox One, and B, I don't have a console, like, I don't have a PC powerful enough to play that. Like, if I tried to play Titanfall on my PC right now, I think it might catch on fire. So, yeah, not gonna try that. But anyway, these are my games, and if you want to leave your comment down below saying your favorite games of next month or the upcoming year, whatever, and go ahead and do that. But I will say this disclaimer: these dates may not be concrete. These dates may change. That some things may get delayed or whatever happens. Craziness in the games industry that happens. So just be aware of that. It was a really bad move. Just be aware that some of these dates may change, and I have no control over that. That was a really dumb move too. Darn it! What am I thinking? But anyway, let's go on to the games releases. And these are actually, I already put them in order of release date. So, there you go. So anyway, coming out March 11th is Altair Totori, however you pronounce those Japanese games that I love so much. That'll actually help. Get rid of that. But anyway, the Dusk Sky, it comes out the 11th, which is really cool. I love those kinds of games where they focus on the alchemy, and it's a really fun game. I would highly recommend it. I'm actually thinking of waiting on the Vita port, because every game in that series has come to Vita. Well, not every game, but most of the most recent games have come to Vita, and I really want to wait for that, because I'm just like, I love playing it on my Vita, because it's on the go and I don't have to worry about it. But anyway, that comes out the 11th. Towerfall Ascension, which I am so pumped for that. I'm gonna play that on my PS4 and be like, yeah, I got Towerfall now, finally. Huzzah! So I can't wait for that. That's gonna be a fun game to play. Not sure how I'm gonna play it with anybody because I have no friends. Sad face. But anyway, that's gonna be a fun game to play. It's got single player, so you know, not that big a deal. And man, I'm just getting poop cards today. No, I want you there. But anyway, the same day comes out Dark Souls 2, which I actually am like, I'm a little hesitant on, because I didn't get into Dark Souls 1 when it came out. I was kind of just like, I don't know, I'm gonna lose this, but I don't know if I wanna get into this thing, 'cause, it looks really hard, and I don't feel like playing a real hard game. And so, I don't know. Oh, I actually won. Oh, he tapped out before I did. Ha! But anyway, yeah, that game I'm looking forward to. Not sure if I'm going to pick it up at launch. I might wait a while, you know, see how reviews are going. Because Konami is kind of like, or not Konami, whoever, I think Konami does publish it. I don't know. Whoever does it, you know, they've said that they're broadening the audience's stuff. So, I don't know. I'm going to wait a while, see how things are going on that one. But I think it looks good, so, you know, whatever. But coming out the 18th, we have, hang on, I'm trying to think here, and play at the same time, probably not the best idea. But on the 18th, we have Final Fantasy X and X2, aka Final Fantasy X and X2. If you don't speak Roman numeral, which I don't blame you, Roman numeral is a hard language to speak. But I never got to play Final Fantasy X and X2 because I didn't have a PlayStation back then. Because back in my day, we had those Nintendo consoles. And I played the Nintendo 64 and the GameCube and yeah, played those. And honestly, I mostly, I did have a PlayStation 2. I did have that. But back when I was a kid, I was such a casual, and I hate using that term, but I was just such a casual game player that I was just like, I don't know what to play. I don't know what to play on this thing. I got Kingdom Hearts and Spyro. That's what I need. And so yeah, that was basically just my thing. It's just like, yeah, I'll just play this game. And I never got into the Final Fantasy series, so mostly just because there was like no continuity into it, and I was just like, I want a game with continuity. Give me my continuity. But anyway, that's a good opportunity for me to pick that up and just have a ball. And darn you, you want to move, you butt. Told you not to move. But anyway, and on the 21st is probably everyone who owns a PlayStation 4's most anticipated game of March is Infamous Second Son, which is going to be a fun game to play. I am just, that game just looks, it looks promising. I'm not going to say it looks, oh my gosh, amazing, but it looks promising. And I think it'll be, it might be a good game to play. So I'll keep my eyes on that one, you know, see how it does. Again, probably not going to be able to pick it up at launch, but who knows? And on the 25th is Witch and Hundred Knight. Now, Witch and Hundred Knight, if you don't know what it is, I don't blame you because it's a very niche game and a very game that probably not a lot of people are going to play, but that's fine because most NIS games, NIS America, if you don't know who they are, go ahead and look it up. Nippon Ichi Software, one of my favorite developers. But if you don't know what Witch and Hundred Knight is, think Diablo with Japanese art styles, big combo system, a little bit of a grim Halloween-y kind of feel to it, theme, and just overall just a fun game. So, to me it looks fun, but, you know, what do I know? But anyway, next up, and finally on my list of anticipated games of March, is Shovel Knight. Oh my gosh, Shovel Knight. The game comes out March 31st, and it is going to be a fun game to play. Like, it looks just such good. It looks such a good game. That's not how you do English. It looks like such a fun game to play, and I really want to just get my teeth into it and be like, yes, because it's like it's got the Scrooge McDuck pogo stick shovel thing. That's pretty cool. Where's my pogo stick shovel, dude? Ah, why'd I do that? But anyway, that brings me back to my retro thing, because I'm just like, it brings back so many memories of just retro gaming and just having fun. I am going to pick that up, definitely, probably on my Nintendo system, because, you know, I just don't feel comfortable playing retro-style games on something not Nintendo, because I'm just like, nostalgia. Nostalgia! That's my reasoning. I need to have more than one reasoning. I think I'm about to get, like, my butt hurt here. But anyway, so, I actually want to talk more about, you know, my just fascination and love with, recently with my retro gamage and stuff. Because back when I was a kid, you know, I didn't have any monies. Like, I think the most memorable time in my childhood was probably when the GameCube came out, and my friend Michael, again, got Animal Crossing. Animal Crossing was the shizness back then, man. It was just, that was such a fun game to play. Like no lie. Like, Animal Crossing, I have New Leaf on my 3DS, and granted, I mean, with each iteration of the Animal Crossing series, I kind of find myself playing it less and less, which that to me is weird, because I'm just like, but I love Animal Crossing so much. Why am I not playing this? Why? I'm about to lose. Oh well. But I find myself playing it less and less, and I'm not sure quite why. I'm not sure if I've just lost that magic because of just the years of going by and stuff, or like what have you. I don't know if maybe I've just lost all my imagination and I'm gonna die slow and painful death. of non-imaginativity. That's not a word. But anyway, I don't know. I love Animal Crossing. It's one of my favorite game series that Nintendo makes. And it's, in my opinion, it's a fun game to play. Especially if you have friends. Like, me and Michael, we shared a character because there were only 4 characters and he had 4 family members playing. So I was like, well, I guess we could share a character, right, dude? And he's like, yeah. I was like, cool beans! And we did. And what we did is, like, we divided the house up, which was so fun. Basically, I got the basement. I was the basement dweller. And so, what I would do is I would just, like, live in the basement. He'd get the upstairs and, like, everything. Like, he'd get the, I guess the, like, main floor and then the upstairs, because there were only, like, 3 floors you could have in the original Animal Crossing. And so, what we would do is I would just have the basement. And it would be filled with the most random of things. like what we would do in school is we would, like, plan out, well, I would plan out my, floor plan and stuff on paper. Like, I would get, like, graph paper and just, like, plan it out square by square, like, where I want everything to go meticulously. Oh, gosh, that brings back so many good memories. But, yeah, it was so much fun doing that. And ever since then, I've done it, like, with every Animal Crossing. And so, it's just, like, I had random things, like a giant owl clock. What else did I have in it? Scientist desk, the GameCube logo, the N64 logo. Good gosh. Just, I was a mess of the guy you don't want to go down in the basement to, like, hey, you want to go meet Paul? Oh, no, he's awkward. I don't want to meet Paul. He's got basement funk in him. But, anyway, speaking of the N64 was another game console of my childhood that I absolutely loved. But, what I played on that, and what a lot of people, like, hate for I don't know why, is, Donkey Kong 64. And I, to this day, have no idea why. Like, I loved that game as a kid. Like, I played that game, me and Michael and, like, his whole entire family played that game to 100%. Like, we just played that game for so long, and it was so fun to me. And I don't know what all the hate is for it. But that's, I don't know. Maybe that's just me being, you know, just, I don't know why I hate a game, why everyone hates the game that I loved as a kid. Biased? Yeah, a little bit. But, let's see. Oh, yeah, another game I never got to play as a kid, speaking of the N64, was Conker's Bad Fur Day. And dang, if that game, like, hasn't eluded me for so long. I have not been able to find that game at a reasonable price. And I refuse to pay, like, out the wazoo to get it. Like, I went to retro gaming stores, and, like, they have it for, like, 60 bones used. 60 bones! That's a lot of money that I don't have to spend on an old game. I mean, granted, it works. It has to work. That's just how it has to be. Like, if you buy games from an old gaming store, like, they're guaranteed to work or something like that. And I win. But I don't know. Like, I just don't have that kind of money to spend on an old game. And I get that same card again. I wonder if I could sell these at some point. Also, if you're wondering why I suck so bad at this game, it's because I've only played it for about an hour. So, there you go. Probably a million comments by now saying, you suck at this game! You play a real game, you non-gaming hog. I don't know. But, yeah, Conker's Bad Fur Day, if you were not born back then, was, like, a very controversial game. Because it had this really kid-friendly kind of vibe to it, but it was anything but. Like, it was an M-rated game from Rare, and they made, like they had a giant poo monster, and it was just so, it was just, wow. It's just one of those games where you're just like, wow, we've got some weird people in the gaming industry. Not that we don't have weird ones now. But, anyway, looking back on, like, retro games and stuff, it's gotten me into watching stuff like JonTron again, and, like, all these, like, retro game reviewers and Let's Players and stuff like JonTron, The Completionist, Angry Video Game Nerd, just all these good, like, all these guys who do amazing things and really cool things that I wish I could do, but probably will never be able to. And it's just fun. I'm having a ball collecting old stuff that probably nobody cares about. I say that, but then you look on eBay, and Donkey Kong Country is like $400 new. Or some have it used for $400. I'm just like, no! I don't value my childhood that highly. But yeah, it's just so fun just to be able to, you know, relive my childhood, you know, have just a ball of fun, just doing whatever, you know, just buying old games, having fun. I actually have an old Genesis that I got from just Random Lady. Thank you, Random Lady, for this Genesis. So, like, I don't know if it works. I don't have any Genesis games, I'll be honest. I never bought a Genesis as a kid. And so I don't have any Genesis games to play on it. So I have no idea if this thing could be busted. Like, I don't even know if my TV can even play it. Like, I have no idea. Because I can't test it. Because I have no idea if it works or not. So, that's fun to know, you know, just get a free console. Never touch it. It's never been played as far as me playing it. I've never played it in my life. It's sitting here gathering dust. But, yeah, it's just, I'm having fun. Just buying old games. Reliving my childhood. Speaking of childhood, yeah, I know that's a bad move. But speaking of childhood, like, I remember so many old games and, like, so many games based off TV shows. Like, you know how current day, like, every TV show game is just awful unless it's done, like, by WayForward or somebody who, like, does really good, like, licensed games. Like, I can think of one, probably Adventure Time, the Hey Ice King, Why'd You Steal Our Garbage or something like that, was probably a good game, in my opinion. But, let me think who I want to remove here. This guy. But anyway, like, back in my day, like, licensed games were usually pretty good. Like, there are a few companies that were just like, don't buy games from them that bad. But for the most part, most like licensed games like Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers, Darkwing Duck, I think Tailspin, but I'm not sure on Tailspin, don't quote me on that one. But Goof Troop, I think, like just all these old games, all these old, oh, that was a stupid move, wow. But like all these old licensed games were made by like companies like Capcom and like a few others. And they were good games. Like, they were solid games. And I'm just like, what happened? I guess, like, companies were just like, hey, we can make this by ourselves in our garage and save monies, right? So, let's do that. That sounds like a good plan. Just like, no, don't do that, please. Please don't. You're ruining my childhood. Speaking of ruined childhoods, while we're on the topic of my childhood and TV shows and stuff, let's see, what has recent movies ruined of my childhood? Let's see, Smurfs, Alvin and the Chipmunks, good lord, what else? Just, good gravy, the horrible, horrible movies that have come out. But thankfully, some movies have been good, like Pacific Rim was good, Frozen. Snap, what else? Just all the good games. Or games, movies, I'm on game mode. My brain is not functioning because I'm thinking of how to play this game. Which probably will change by next week. I'll probably be doing this after I play this game. No, I want that right there. But anyway, just all the movies that have been terrible. It's just awful. Awful movies. Let me think of another one. I can't even think of how like horrible movies are these days. Like licensed movies. I'm not saying like all movies are horrible. Please don't quote me on that one. Because like that's not true at all. Like most movies, like I watch a lot of garbage movies sometimes. Like I watched what was it? Toxic Crusader or something back in the diggity day. And that was, in my opinion, that's a bad movie. That's a horrible movie. It's a movie you watch because you're like you have nothing better to watch. So I've watched some pretty bad movies. And you're up. No, wait, he's not done yet. He's gonna take damage until I was like, oh, we're done. Which we are actually out of time. I decided to do a 30-minute podcast thing. I'm not sure what they call this thing. I'm not even sure if it's a podcast or not. Yeah, you're pretty done here, dude. Or not. Oh, come on! Yeah, somebody's gonna lose in this, and it's gonna be me. No, I didn't mean to put him there. Yeah, I'm dead. I'm pretty dead here. Let's just put a card here. Let's suicide. Oh, he might die actually before me. Oh no, he's gonna win this. I'm done. Oh no, I won! Yay, huzzah! But yeah, if you guys, I guess I'm gonna talk about this game here because, you know, I'm obviously playing it, and some people might actually want to buy it. So this game right here is City Night Card Fight, I believe it's called, or City Night Cards, something like that. I don't know this game's title, okay? But it is a really fun game. I would qualify it more as a puzzle game than a card game, honestly, because you have to basically, if you've not been paying attention, you have to basically match the arrows on the corners and stuff of your cards to arrows on the corresponding cards to get combos and stuff, like I'm about to do right here. Boom! Okay, how much attack do I got? I got 3 attack. That's not enough to do anything, so I'm just gonna make your cards stop working. But yeah, basically this is more of a like beta test of this series, so I don't know if you guys like this or not. Many of you may not because it's not pony related, which I can understand because most people come to my channel for pony content and they're like, what is this stuff? Why are you playing this game of which I do not care about? Oh wow, I'm getting pretty good combos here. Boom. Ah. So yeah, this is made by a small indie team, which I feel like they've made some pretty good games. Like they make some pretty okay games. And I would definitely support them. The game is like, I think like on sale right now. I think 50% off on Steam and on your Android device if you have an Android device. It's coming to iOS soon. But this game is like uber fun. Like I have wasted so much time playing this game. Let's put you there. So yeah, I would highly recommend this game if you're into card games or just having fun goofing off playing a game. It's really challenging at times, like especially like if you don't know where to put something and you're just like, I don't quite know where to put this. But anyway guys, like I said, if you want to see me talk about a topic or something that you're interested or want to know about me or anything like that, just go ahead and comment down below and I'll take a look at them and be like, yeah, put that in my notes. So that's about going to do it. I know I'm not going to finish this game here. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you have a fantastic day. Check back next week for more of Saturday Night Card Fight. Preparing every Saturday night. As always, I'm Ultra Max 64. Don't feed those Paris sprites. As always, happy gaming. I'll check you guys on the flip side. Bye!